Welcome to my almost daily streams. I'm Mayo Hosco. Thank you so much for watching. Today, we're not building anything from my backlog because we were supposed to do a different stream, but now we're doing this. So I'm going to cover some of the new sets coming out and go over a little bit of the news as well. So we'll just wait for people to come in here. But before the show started, we had Owen and Roaming Bricks. So let's wait for other people to come up in here. I'm going to get the Brick Fan in the background as well. And I want to browse over what news they have to see if there's anything interesting. Pre-orders, stuff for Fortnite. Oh, they updated the retirement list. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so the Brick Fan has a list of the sets that are going to be retiring. Yeah, I don't think I've covered that on my channel yet. So I'll give some of my thoughts about that stuff and some of the new sets that got announced. Yeah. What was some of their older? Oh yeah, there's a continue button. I think that was just for that one thing. Okay. I'm gonna get out of that. Hey Blue, you're watching college basketball, nice. Well, if you've already built that thing based on the space supply station, I would try build something that looks like either the Alpha rocket base or the Beta 1 command base sets from the late 70s. Hopefully we get more people soon, because I don't want to say anything that's important without there being more people here. So what do you guys want to talk about before we get into the news? Because there's a lot of sets to go over. So what do you guys want to talk about before we get into the news? Okay, Owen. Hello, Helen Bricks. Good to see you here, buddy. We're just waiting for more people to come into the chat before we go over some of the new sets. So if there's anything that anyone wants to talk about before we do that, sound out in the chat. Because there's double insiders points going on, and I'm deciding what I want to buy to get the new gingerbread train a gift with purchase. It seems like they're gonna have the neoclassic Blacktron Renegade on sale until it sells out. So I think it's been 30% off since Black Friday, and I suspect it'll stay at that discount until it sells out. So I'm going to get my 5th copy of that set. I'm just deciding what else I want to buy to meet the threshold for free shipping. And also, I'll say that I'm getting more Lego for Christmas than what I originally thought. You're buying 2 of the Renegade. What's the Renegade Raiders set? What's that? Hey, Hoarder. Okay, we're slowly getting more people into the chat. We're going to cover some of the news of the new sets and some things that Alan Tran's been documenting on the Brick Fan. So we're just chatting about anything we want to until we get more people in here. What's the E Blacktron? I don't know what the E Blacktron is. Yeah, so I'll go into that thing. So, in my Black Friday order, I bought 3 Speed Champion sets: the Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren Formula One cars, because those are the ones I always planned on buying to go with my Lego Formula One collection. And so I like collecting Ferrari re-merchandise, especially in Formula One. Red Bull is my preferred team when there's no Australians driving, and right now Oscar Piastri is driving for McLaren, and actually Daniel Ricciardo also used to drive for McLaren. So yeah, that's why I wanted that. And then someone in my family said, hey, there's other Speed Champion sets on sale. Do you want to get some of those as gifts? Also, hey, Alexandria, good to see you here. And so of those sets on sale were the Williams and the Mercedes Speed Champions Formula One cars. And so I said, yeah, I'll take those 2. So now in 2026, I'll gradually build the Fab 5 of Formula One in Lego Speed Champions. What's that a game skin in? I don't know. Oh, it was just a typo. Okay. Yeah. So eventually, I'm gonna have a whole shelf in my room for the Formula One sets, and I'm going to move. Well, because right now I've got the two large scale cars, the McLaren for Ayrton Senna and the Williams for Nigel Mansell. That's on the left half of one shelf. I've got the Duplo Formula One set there as well, and I've got the Duplo Formula One cars there as well, obviously. I got a die-cast Red Bull and a die-cast Ferrari 1 in 43 scale Formula One car. I've got the Lego Speed Champions Ferrari F40 there. I got the Technic electric garbage truck there, and a Creator 3-in-1 Vespa that might have been a gift with purchase. That's there as well. And so when I get that other stuff, also I want to get the Lightning McQueen Speed Champions, which is one of the new sets coming out. in January. I'll buy that whenever it goes on sale, and I'll add that to the rest of my cars. So I'll separate my regular cars from the Formula One cars eventually. But anyway, if anyone's out there, please share this stream with your friends on social media so we can get more people into this stream right now. And because we're covering the LEGO news, that's why this is horizontal, not vertical. Did anyone else buy anything for the Insiders Weekend or Black Friday? I'd like to know what sets y'all bought, because I bought enough Lego to get duplicates of the hot chocolate stand and the micro scale castles. And also, if you didn't watch this stream, if you didn't watch my stream yesterday, I now have Sam Kerr as a minifigure. That's the only reason I bought that Icons of Play set. Hey Dina, we missed you yesterday. What were you doing yesterday? Actually, I know. Heather told me that you guys are really busy trying to ship out as many orders as possible for the TMC, which is why we're not doing the minifigure streams right now. Also, hello, Brick Hive. Good to see you here. Also, I saw that you have Brigzar in the thumbnail for Pure Rant Fury, so I'm very curious what you're gonna rant about Brigzar. I'm very, very curious about that. So I'll look forward to Pure Rant Fury in less than 3 hours. So Alexandria ordered the battle bus. Yeah, because they had the double Insiders points and the gift with purchases for Insiders Weekend, and then they kept that and they added sets and they put more sets on sale for the Black Friday. Yeah, I'll look forward to that. And I'm a member of the Brigzar channel, and Brigzar is my god. So when I saw his face in your thumbnail, that piqued my interest. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think we got enough people in the chat to worth talking about the news now. So we'll go through the news, just making sure I didn't miss anyone's chat. Dina says, "Was so busy, and when you went to visit stream, you had an okay, yeah. Heather's told me that the TMC is very busy trying to get those Christmas orders out right now." Okay, so we'll go over the new sets from Lego.com, and then we'll see what Alan Tran writes over on the Brick Fan. So, going to go by shop, and then new, and I'm going to give a quick skim over some of this stuff as some of these sets are already out, and I'm going to give my opinion. And so the two big sets that everyone's been talking about recently, and what is in the thumbnail, is the Star Trek Enterprise. This has been a really popular set. I think across the world, it's not going to any new orders because it's on back order. Will be shipped in February. That's how popular this set has been. That's how starved the Trekkies have been. So that's why I know for sure this set has been more popular than the $1,000 La Death Star in Star Wars, because that went on back order pretty quickly, but that went back in stock just as quickly. So it's not in back order like this. So I think that this is going to prove to be a really popular set in the future. And I suspect that a lot of investors will want to be buying this because look at those minifigures. If we can get close up of the minifigures in this, let's try get closer up shots of the minifigure. Those minifigures are very desirable in the Star Trek set. Very desirable. And something interesting I pointed out in a few places is that with the Enterprise, with the Enterprise and the Goonies set, which a lot of people bought to get that a gift with purchase, and a lot of people bought the Enterprise to get this shuttle pod a gift with purchase. Something in common about both of these sets is they both have a character named Data. And also for the Batman fans, this thing is pre-ordered. Has some rather interesting greebling, because if you zoom in, there's some I think some of these pieces in black are new for that color. Also, hello Lego Team B. Hello Lego Team B. So yeah, I saw you building that Star Trek set. Keep in mind that's from the perspective of a Bricklink seller. I'm just saying. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah. So this is something that I'm excited for. The Lightning McQueen set that's going to be pre-order. All of the Cars fans, especially if you've been collecting the Cars theme since it came out in 2011, will be excited for this. I have some of the sets from Cars 3, which makes me interested in buying that. Also, people have been speaking about the new World Cup trophy. Now, some of these are coming out in March, not January. But I've seen people who aren't interested in this say this will be a good source for those gold pieces. And also, Ninjago got a lot of stuff right now, like this. I don't think we've ever had a set like that before. And also, they're making a set for the Formula One movie. So there was that, and there was also a Formula One car for the F1 Academy that's sponsored by Lego. You can see right there, sponsored by Lego. So this is rather exciting as a Lego fan that they want to sponsor the F1 Academy. Also, the architecture fans got treated with this set. And something I have seen people say is it's weird that the nameplate says City of Love instead of Paris. But one really small detail I like about this set, oopsie, we're scrolling through the wrong thing, is that they use this wheel alloy in tan for the window. That's really nice. I like that build. Okay, let's get out of here. Also, yeah, there's some Batman stuff that came out. They're coming out with a new minifigure scale version of the Daily Bugle. So this is a throwback to the one they came out with in 2012. So I think it'll be interesting if some people have the 2012 one to compare it to this new 2026 one. I think that'll be an interesting comparison. Also, this art set's coming out. I'm a big fan of the sakura trees, so I like seeing that in this Japanese art. Something I have seen people talk about is here how the waterfall protrudes beyond the frame. I'm not sure what I think about that, and I wonder what you guys think about that. I'm on the fence. I think I would probably prefer the art to not come out of the frame, although it doesn't seem like it goes below the base of the frame. Also, all of the Back to the Future fans are excited because they're coming out with a new DeLorean. I know a lot of people who will be buying this set because they're Back to the Future fans. And that's probably the best DeLorean that they've ever made. Okay, let's go to the next page. Try go over and see some of the more interesting stuff. Also for Ninjago, a lot of people who grew up with season 1 of the TV series are excited for this Blacksmiths because it's the most accurate version of this ever. Also, something that catches my eye here, if we can zoom in, is they include some of those leaf pieces in red, so that's interesting. But yeah, the Ninjago fans are going to enjoy that. And also, Series 28 is coming out, and the one minifigure I want is the koala. So the koala comes with the plant piece and a boomerang. I did a live stream with TMC Heather where we talked about how the koala is the only one of those that I'm interested in buying. And also something with this new autumn cottage garden is that the tree inserts are supposed to be compatible with the Tranquil Garden. So it's interesting that Lego's creating another system connection. It's good when they make things compatible with each other. All the Stranger Things fans are excited that they're coming out with a new set. And this has a really cool transformation feature in it, which is why this picture shows the walls not connected to each other. The Creel house. And someone said that there is going to be a Stranger Things themed gift with purchase. Although I forget where I heard that from. Also, Star Wars and Technic are getting stuff. There's a MIDI scale 8018. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. And also, there was a Technic car also getting a new version of BB-8. This has much less studs than the original. Much less studs. And all the Ninjago minifigure collectors are excited about this set because you get all of the ninja in there. Some people are thinking that'll be a big money in the future. Also, there's a MIDI scale of the Venator. So people that own the UCS scale and the Play Scale version might be interested in buying this because there are some people who collect all of the different scales of particular spacecraft in Star Wars. And I think this is a speed champions. The Bugatti Vision GT. And I gotta say, those wheels, they almost look like they stick out too far. I don't know what the source material for this car is, but that's just what I think when I first see this. So I'm not sure if that's accurate to the source material. So if someone does know, they can let me know about that in the comments. Also, I did hear someone say about this new lovebird set is that the birds aren't actually the lovebird species. It's just two birds in love. So that might be a little bit of a missed opportunity. Let's go to 3. I've already given my thoughts about the new shopping street modular, and the set designer in the designer's video said that they were inspired by the boutique hotel and the assembly square. So I was right in my assumptions about this. And so I just wanted to mention that because I've already given more in-depth thoughts about that set on a stream. Also, they're coming out with another McLaren Speed Champions. I like that orange. I like that orange. It's kind of like what was that Technic supercar? It's got kind of the same orange and black color scheme as the Porsche. As the Porsche 911 or 917. I forget which car that was in as the Technic supercar version, but that's what this reminds me of. Nice to, I think that orange really pops. Although something I just saw, if we do a little bit of zoom in, is that those headlights are stickers, which isn't the best build technique in my opinion. Let's scroll. I saw someone reviewing the new Hogwarts Castle Hospital wing, and I never expected, honestly, to get this as a set, because I'm not sure how often the hospital wing is used in the Harry Potter movies, but I don't normally hear people talking about it, so I'm going to guess not a lot, which makes it more interesting that LEGO chose to decide to make it in a set in this adult oriented scale of the Hogwarts Castle sets. So that's rather interesting. I didn't expect to get that. Also, all the Up fans will be excited to get more characters. I have the Brickheads versions of the Up characters, and this is for Kevin and Doug. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a Brickhead scale version of Doug and some of the other Up characters in the future. That might be interesting, because if they do, I would think about buying a Brickheads version of Doug. Also, something with this new Harry Potter set, the Privet Drive Escape. I think this is a minifigure scale version of that buildable scale set that they came out with earlier this year. So I think it'd be interesting to see a comparison between the upscaled version of this minifigure scale version. That would be an interesting comparison. Also, this new police train heist, all of the city people, including me, are excited about. This is a throwback to the police train mock that Jang made more than 10 years ago, which is why my interests are piqued with this set. And compared to some of the other train sets in the past, you get that railway crossing in it. Not too many of the train sets come with a railway crossing, so that'll be interesting to get in that set. Sorry, move to the wrong page. Now here we go. And let's come down. I'm never really interested in the Minecraft sets to be honest, because I'm not. Well, I play the game Minecraft, and I like some of the builds from Minecraft sets, but I've never been really interested in buying the sets because most of it is basic brick, and I've made plenty of Minecraft mocks before using just regular bricks in my collection. So, and also I'm not a big fan of the mobs. I don't have a desire to collect mobs. My favorite part about Minecraft is building stuff like Lego. So coincidence? I think not. I think there's only 10 pages of this stuff. But I will say the smaller $10 Minecraft sets, they're always really good because you get a small little piece of terrain, some accessories for the player skins, and a couple of mobs. So you get the creeper, the fox, and a rabbit in there. I always like this scale of the Minecraft sets. They're very good for army building, if you ask me. And I have a complaint with the city theme, with all the city sets coming up, is only 1 out of 18, 5.55% of the new city sets are buildings. The rest are vehicles. That's a big problem. And that gets me really frustrated. But some of the vehicles are actually really good, like this Lego van. So it's basically a van version of that Lego City tractor trailer they came out with a couple years ago. And it even uses the same 6x8 printed panel with the colorful bricks on it. And I'm not sure if the designs for those sets are prints or stickers, but I've heard people saying they're new variants of that, which is good. And also all the Ninjago fans super hyped about this, the Old Town for the 15th anniversary. This is a really cool set. This looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of a crossover between the old Temple of Ejitsu and from 2015, I think it was, and the Monastery of Spinjitzu from either 2021 or 2022, at least in this circular formation. But as you can see in this, you can spread out that whole set. And I believe there's Technic pin connections where you can reconfigure this however you want. Now, I don't collect a lot of Ninjago sets, but if this goes on a good sale, I'm actually considering whether I buy this or not. I think it looks really good. And yeah. So this is the only of the buildings from the new city sets. It's an airport terminal, and it's not even the best airport terminal that they've ever made. I'd say the best one is probably the one from the 2010 city airport. I don't think this is as good as that. That's just my opinion. Sick and tired of the mechs. This is a funny vehicle. So it seems like Lego City is making this a standard where they take that same kind of food truck chassis and they put a different, and they change up what they're selling. So they did it with burgers and donuts. Now they're doing it with French fries. So I like that they're keeping that series going in the city theme. Let's move on to page 6. Now, I really like this new cement mixer, or concrete mixer. And something I want to point out with this is on the side of the vehicle, you can see the decoration for the elephant. And I'm guessing this is supposed to be in place of the cat logo for the Caterpillar Construction Company in real life. So I think this is Lego's spin-off from that, so that they don't have to pay for the Caterpillar Construction Company license. So I like that they're doing that branding with these construction vehicles. Also, this friend set, it looks really good. The garden restaurant kind of reminds me of a blend between the Breezeway Cafe set from Town in 1990 and the Country Club from Paradisa in 1996. With those trees that look kind of similar to the Andreas Mansion set from the Friends theme. So I like the inspiration they're drawing from when they made this set. And it's one of those sets which I may or may not buy. I'm on the fence. If I see this on sale, I'm considering whether I buy it or not. Also, in the same world where we're now moving on from taxis to ride-sharing companies, Lego decided to make a new taxi, and this is probably the best taxi that they've ever made because of the decoration, the shape of the car, but also the fact that it has the divider between the driver and the passenger. That's a nice touch, if you ask me. This is probably the best of the Ghost Rider motorbikes they've ever made because it doesn't look too big. It doesn't look too big. Some of the other ones have been way oversized, in my opinion. Let's go to page 7. Also, this is a Ninjago set some people have been talking about, the Treehouse Battle. I've heard some people say it's like a 3-in-1 set. Sorry about that, folks. My computer ran out of charge. I'm charging it again. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can hear me. My camera got disconnected when my Mac ran out of charge. So can you hear me? Okay, cool. You can hear me. Can hear me again. Also, I'll just take this break to see what people are saying in the chat. Let's see what people are saying. So Alexandria really likes the galloping horses. Billy likes the car from the Stranger Things set. Owen's going to buy the Bugatti Hyper GT. I'm not going to rate the sets, but I am trying to share some of my thoughts as I look at the picture. What do I think of the giant Harry Potter car? Which one of that was that? Let me just share this screen again. Hoarder wants that French fry food van to go with the burger van. Yeah, I think those would look really good together. That would look really good together. Yeah, they do have some nice new boats in here. Yeah, so as I was saying with this Ninjago set, it kind of feels like a 3-in-1 if you see the two vehicles and the building as a separate. I would much prefer if they just sold everything in this separately. I hate it when there's when there's a quote unquote play set, but the vehicles end up overshadowing the building. I hate it when that happens. I really do. Also, they're coming out with a new city snowplow. I've heard some people say this is more of a European design compared to the one from, I think it was 2014, which was more of an American design. I like the graphics on it for the snowflake. I want to buy that on Bricklink or Bricks and Pieces eventually. Also, this is actually quite a nice set for Dreams. It's a crocodile submarine. That's really creative. A crocodile submarine. That's a cool crossover because you can see in the body of the crocodile, it has the periscope and the bubble cockpit canopy. That's a rather creative build. Also, the side build for one of the bad guys with all of these techno blades. That's actually one of the better side build crawler type things. Although I'm not sure what this is supposed to be in Dreams, so not sure what that's supposed to be. So perhaps someone in the comments knows more about that than me. Let's try get out of this. Where were we? Oh yeah. So they're coming out with this rides thing in City, which is supposed to be a continuation of the soapbox races they made last year, which is a continuation of the stunts sub theme they had for a while. I'm not sure how I feel about this because I don't think there's a pullback motor or anything in this. The gimmick is that they're babies. I mean, okay. I don't think they're going to sell as well, in my opinion, because there's not much to them. They really look like a 4+ build, and the gimmick is that they're babies. I mean, okay. Like, okay. Also, I just noticed this Elsa's Ice Castle. It has the white roller coaster track. That's really interesting. And it comes with 3 of the dark turquoise roller coaster cars. So Anna is riding around Elsa's castle, literally riding around the castle. And I guess there's some Frozen themed cargo back there. I like the fact that we get those small little icy pine trees with the snow cover on top. And if we can gently, there's Olaf right there. He's holding a pickaxe. That's kind of cute. But yeah, I had no interest in this I had no interest in this set until I saw the white roller coaster track. I think this is the first set to come with the white roller coaster track. And if I'm wrong, someone can correct me in the comments. I heard Clever Pig talk about some of these cars. He did a video of the new city sets coming out, and I do gotta say the jet in this does kind of look weird. Like the fact that the wings are just the angled plates, and the way that the back of this is rather flat. I'm not sold on the proportions in this. And the nose of the plane is the 2x2 brick with the slopes on four sides for the pitch of a roof. That's a little bit awkward, if you ask me. It's a little bit awkward. And also, I heard people talking about this. I don't know what to think about this scale. The mini Jasmine and Rapunzel. I like the accessories they get, but it's interesting how they use some of these curved slopes for the dress pieces. Because it's almost like an in between the brickheads and the mini dolls. It's like they're half the size of a brickhead. So it'd be interesting to see if they do more characters in this scale as maybe a cheaper alternative to brickheads, because they've also got Anna and Elsa in that same scale. So they might be doing that for a lot of the Disney princess characters. And this is another Friends set, which I'm thinking I might buy. Something that caught my eye, which not a lot of people have talked about. That's a two-person a bicycle. I think that's a new piece. That's a two-person bicycle. That's really cool. Also include that mini build for a popcorn machine. I think that's really fun. And it includes, a zip. I think that's supposed to be a zip line. That's a fun inclusion as well. And there's a slide over there. All sorts of fun things that you'd want in a clubhouse. So I quite like that set. Let's scroll back to the bottom and let's go to page 9. And I think a lot of these are Duplo. If this is for... Yeah, this is for Gabby's Dollhouse. I thought they were going to discontinue or not make any more Gabby's Dollhouse sets. So it's interesting that LEGO's continuing this theme. This kind of reminds me of that buildable character set for Star Wars Astromech droids. So I think that's it. It's interesting that they're continuing that theme. And also, so what I said about how the new city theme, at least the ones that people got were talking about, or at least got in their LAN packages. So basically, less than 6% of the new city sets are buildings. And I've said to a couple people that Friends buildings are what city buildings should be. Because look at all of the good buildings we're getting in the Friends sets right now. I commend the Friends designers for filling the gap that the city designers refuse to do. Because this is another good Friends set. This is another good Friends set. They are buildings with interior details that people can play with. That's what I like in a building, a play set. And that is my favorite part about the Friends theme, are the buildings and how interactive the buildings are. And I think that LEGO City has failed to do that since the Lego movie. Maybe coincidence, I think not. And let's go to the last of these pages. Looks like more really cool Friends sets. And there's a Mickey Mouse, a Duplo set that's coming out in March. I actually quite like this because I grew up watching the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. MICKEY MOUSE. I remember watching that TV series from Disney when the Disney Channel was on TV and the Disney Junior Channel was called Playhouse Disney in the 2000s. So I watched that a lot, and this build for a Duplo set really speaks to me. This is one of those rare Duplo sets which I actually might buy. I like the architecture of that set a lot. And the rest are keychains. Okay, so that was all. So that was all the stuff labeled under new on Lego's website. So yeah, I'll get out of the Lego website and see what people were saying. Hey Scott, it's good to see you here. What were other people saying? Yeah, we know that you like the clowns. Yes, a tandem bike. I've never seen that before either. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I didn't grow up with Taco Bell, so my American friends who did would know more about that. You know what, Johnny? I actually went and saw the first Frozen in theaters. I'm still working on my mock for that. I'm still working. Dina says you need 16x16 Christmas mock to enter the Clickin' and Brickin' contest. I found a whole bunch of the white pieces I need, so yeah, I need to finish mine ASAP. I need to finish mine ASAP. I'm glad it's summertime in the Southern Hemisphere right now, Hoarder. Oh, you're making a mock too. Nice. It'll be interesting to see your mock for the contest, Johnny. What's dumb, Scott? Yeah, it would be cool to see if Scott makes a mock for the contest. I'm not sure about that, Dina. I'm not sure about that. Exactly. Friends does know how to make houses, and better yet, houses that you can actually play with. Hey, Gladiator Bricks Productions, good to see you here. I just gave my thoughts about the new sets coming out. So if you want to hear my thoughts, you can go back and watch this stream on the replay. I'm glad it's not winter in Australia. Oh yeah, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either, Scott. So very quickly, we'll go to the Brick Fan, see what Alan Tran was writing about, and then we will go YouTube redirect over to Full of Brick on the Brick Adjuster channel. So they're coming out with the new Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight available for pre-order. I think this is a game, so yeah. Trailer for the new game dropped at the Game Awards. So I'm sure the Batman people will be excited about that. Also, Ninjago Twitch drops now live. I had no idea that they were doing that, so it's cool that they're doing that for the folks over on Twitch. And also, I wanted to quickly breeze by the sets that Alan reported is in the retirement list. So there's some Animal Crossing sets going. The New York architecture is going. A whole bunch of brickheads are going. Let's see if any of these are interested in. No, I'm not personally interested in any of those brickheads. City. That I'm on the fence if I buy that Steamroller set. Maybe someone will put that on sale. Maybe I already bought that City set for the Soapbox Races, so I already got that covered. Not interested in those classic sets. Don't care about the Tiger. Don't care about any of those Disney sets. Yeah, so I will be placing an order to get this. So Lego just dropped a few promotion sets. Double insiders points going on right now. So it says that the Lego Creator Celebration Series gingerbread train ornament will be available with purchases $75 in the US, which is $120, which is the promotion in Australia, until the 16th of December. So I need to figure out what other set I want to buy to get free shipping. Yeah, we talked about when I was covering the new sets how the Enterprise is on the back order. So you'll have, because you can place your order to get it, but you won't get it until the 12th of February. Yeah, we also covered this, the Lovebirds. Yeah, because this is an idea set, and I will say this is one of the times where the idea set is an improvement upon the original submission. If you look at the original submission for the set, the birds aren't as curved. So kudos to the designers for adding more curvature to those birds. What else? Yeah, we talked about this. Ninjago Old Town. Were there any older posts worth talking about? The Ninjago docs are now available as a gift with purchase. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So it seems Alan writes, it seems that Lego is doing unannounced drops every year, as they are now offering the Lego Ninjago Micro Ninjago docks with purchases of $20. Yesterday, as of whenever this was the Micro Ninjago City. So if the trend continues, all 4 Micro Ninjago sets will be available in the next couple days. The sets can double up with the Winter Gazebo, which was the gift with purchase from last week. Oh, this was one of the 4. Yeah. And Lego's been doing a lot of Fortnite skins lately. People were posting about that. So it's interesting that they decided to release these sets as gift with purchases, because previously the only way to get these was to use your insiders rewards points, as Alan talked about. And what's this thing about Formula One? Oh yeah, they did this just because Lando Norris won the Formula One World Championship. So I guess they had a sale on the McLaren sets after that, and then Amazon deals. We don't give a shit about that. They announced that gift with purchase. I still need to buy sets to get mine. IDs, we don't care about IDs on my channel. And yeah, that was all the stuff that Alan was covering. I have tried to improve my speaking voice over the recent years, and because I do a lot of practice before I try to get my P's and Q's out there. Of course you are, Johnny. You want the 4 Horsemen set in January. Remind me what that was again. I have short-term memory about the new sets. So Gladiator's working on a sci-fi western stop motion. Want to voice a character? Yeah, if you send me some lines, I can try to send you an MP3 file of my audio. It's not the VIP program. It's the Insiders program. Yeah, I don't like to focus on the memes like that. Thank you, Dina. Everyone, don't forget to leave a like on this stream to tell YouTube that you like watching my channel. So you're not going to buy the Star Trek set because it's not based on the original series. It would be cool to get Spock and Kirk as minifigures eventually. I really like Spock as a character, so I'd like to get that one. I'd like to get that when Lego comes out with a Spock. Oh, you're talking about the the old town or the blacksmith's shop, Scott. So Dean is interested in the Sakura Tree art set. I think a lot of people who are artsy will be buying that set. Now I'm not sure if okay, so the Brick Adjuster has started, so we are now going to YouTube, redirect over to the Brick Adjuster channel. So when this stream ends, you'll see the button at the top of your chat, and you can click that to go right on over to the Full of Brick live stream. So thank you for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see you on my live stream tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Please go right on over to Full of Brick on the Brick Adjuster channel. Bye, guys.